28 years later. This is almost June 19, almost 28 years later since the first film, which came out in 2002. So 22 years later, we should call it. Aaron Taylor Johnson from Craven and My Favorite Nocturnal Animals.
I'll tell you why this is going to be dope. Danny Boyle as a director does not miss. Everything I've seen, champion, Shallow Grave, Train Spotting, Slumdog Millionaire. What the Beatles one? What's that one called? That was great. Sunshine. That's a great film. Cillian Murphy's in that as well. 28 Days Later. And if you think about what Danny Boyle does, look at every single film. You line up every single film that he has done, and it doesn't matter what genre it is, where it's set, what the premise is, the first, second, third act. It's all about how people react to being scared shitless. Am I wrong? I don't think I am. And the way he does it is it's just a masterclass watching him work. And the fact that he's coming back in on material that he was already part of founding, I'm going to call it early. This will be movie of the year.
Definitely looking forward to that one. And it's not far off. So we're looking at, just under a month till we see this one on the big screen.
Dude, how good was that first trailer? Five.
Can we say that 28 Days Later is possibly one of the best zombie films of all time?
I would argue it's a zombie film at all. They did go down the zombie path, but it's not necessarily so because it's rage. You're in that much of a rage, like, Spike. So there were a lot of people, and some people do forget this. There are some people that were really put off by, they wanted to slash, gore, things like that. They didn't want to see how, in the classic Danny Boyle way, adapt to change, adapt to not knowing what's going to happen next and things like that. So, but for the sake of where it sits in that entire zombie canon, it does fit, Then with Robert Carlyle in 28 Weeks Later, I've only ever seen that once, so I don't remember too much about it. But I do know that all the hard work that went into the original 28 Days Later, shutting down Piccadilly Circus and the bridge near the Houses of Parliament so they could get that shot of Cillian Murphy with no one around, shutting down a highway literally for 5 minutes they had to do that shot in the four-wheel drive where they're driving. Nowadays, you just CG, get rid of everyone, do whatever. Not only is it not, in my opinion, a zombie film, but if anyone watches it that didn't see it when it came out, it's also going to be a heavily underappreciated film. I know the trailer. Watch the trailer, Sean!
28 Days Later, I got to see that one at the cinema, and I think the most unique thing about it was the zombies weren't running back then. That was the first time you've seen zombies running, I believe. Or for me, anyway. Like, I watched a lot of zombie films, and some of my favorites are like Return of the Living Dead 3, Brain Dead, Evil Dead, Frankenhooker. But yeah, running zombies, that scared you. It's like thinking, you could outrun a zombie is what everyone used to say, but now you can't. So that's what made 28 Days Later terrifying for me.
It really did. I mean, even Simon Pegg said for Shaun of the Dead, why don't you zombies run? And he says, because death is not an energy drink, right? Yeah, and that does make it so much more visceral, as in the one advantage we had is stripped away from us. I'm really pumped for it though, man.